The weirdest day of my life was my first day in Hollywood. My very first day. I remember moving here. I went down the Hollywood Boulevard, you know, and everybody thinks that's where, like, dreams come true, and it's really where hope goes to die. You know what I'm saying? It is a free-range psych ward. It is where the wild things roam, okay? If you ever feel like shit, go down to the 24-hour drugstore on Hollywood Boulevard. Go there about 1 in the morning. You'll realize you're not doing that bad. I like to walk in there about 1 and play a little game called Who's on Meth, right? You ever play? I remember walking in one time and I saw a guy in a top hat and a diaper, and that was it. Just let you know, don't dress for the job you got. Dress for the job you want. And he wants to be a crackhead in a top hat, you know what I'm saying? I've seen weird shit down there. I once saw Fat Elvis and Black Elvis kick the shit out of Skinny Elvis, right? When I went down there that day, there was a guy for $1 you could kick him in the nuts. $1. Best buck I've ever spent in my life, man. But the star of this day was Silver Robot Guy. Silver Robot Guy, the star. And he was this great break dancer. He's like this black guy that break dances. No one knows what age he is. Because black don't crack. Black robots definitely don't crack, right? He could be 20 or 1,000 years old, you don't know. And he's just break dancing. I remember he stops and he looks at me and goes, "Hey kid, you're gonna be a star." Little did he know, 20 years later, I'd be sweating like a fucking crackhead at the Viper Room right now. So I'm just taking this in. I'm enjoying this whole thing so much, and I'm floating for the next 2 or 3 hours. I'm just enjoying my life in Hollywood Boulevard. I cycle back to my apartment. And on the floor of my apartment building were some of the weirdest people I've ever met in my life. There was a transsexual porn star. That was a weird clap for that. People love trans porn stars. Good for you, right? There were some Asian drug dealers, and there were some shady Armenians. And by shady, I mean regular Armenians, okay? Wife-beating, Jakar-wearing Armos, okay? So I go down to unlock my door. I look down the hall. Who's there? Silver Robot Guy is on my floor. I'm like, holy shit, Silver Robot Guy. He starts breakdancing right there because he's like Daniel Day-Lewis of Crazy People, right? Like always in character. He's like, "Hey buddy, you want to come party?" I'm like, fuck yeah. That's some bucket list shit right there. So I walk down to his apartment. He opens the door. I walk in and instantly I'm nervous. I'm nervous because it is messy. It is mental illness messy. It is First 48 messy. Anybody watch First 48? Yeah! You ever notice that people always get murdered in a messy room? You ever notice that? You don't want to die a horrible death? Fucking clean your room. That's what I've learned. It's like amateur porn messy. How many people here watch amateur porn? The answer is all of us. We all do. I don't put 3 million views on those videos, okay? You ever notice how messy they are? They're always messy. The rooms are so fucking messy, man. Every time. I'm like watching these 5 black guys run a train on this Waffle House waitress. And I can't even enjoy it because like the room's so messy. There's a baby carriage with a bunch of clothes on. I'm like, is there a baby in the baby carriage, man? The clock is just blinking. What time is it? Clean your room. Be presentable, man. The world is watching. And why is it always 5 black guys running a train? Anybody? Why do black guys love running trains? I think I know. Because black guys love team sports. Am I right, everybody? Everything needs a point guard. Choo-choo, right? So I hang out with Silver Robot Guy for a while, and he's just breakdancing. I'm like, "Go robot, get busy, go robot." And for 30 minutes, he's just dancing. But after 3 minutes, I get bored, and I go, "Hey, robot, what do you want to do now?" He goes, "I don't know, man. You want to smoke some crack?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I got rock. You want to smoke some rock?" I'm like, "Whoa, robot, I don't know, man." You know, because I've done a ton of coke in my day, but I've never done crack, which is weird because they're pretty much the same drug. But they have a way different vibe. Like if you walk into a party and people doing rails of blow, you're like, okay, it's that kind of party, right? You walk in, some dude smoking rock, you're like, wrong house, and you just walk out, right? So I smoked crack with this guy for 2 hours, right? We are just blowing rocks and getting cracked out of our fucking skull. And by the way, my crack stance is Double Dragon Mortal Kombat. I just sit and fucking karate stance throwing imaginary fireballs at anything that moves. Right? Shadow people. LAPD coming through the keyhole. And I start watching this robot start the short circuit, right? And I don't know what to do because they don't show you that shit in the Transformers movies, right? They don't show you what happens when Bumblebee smokes rock and gets weird, right? So after 2 hours, I'm running out of fireballs, right? So I go, hey, robot, what do you want to do now? He goes, I don't know, man. Why don't you let me suck your dick? How about that one? And I'm like, what? Excuse me? He goes, hey, man, you don't smoke my rock and not let me suck that dick. I go, hey, man, you didn't tell me there was a second part of this plant, man. I thought we were going to just smoke crack and do crackhead shit. Like hang out in trees and steal copper wire. Watch our teeth falls out, you know? You didn't tell me it's rocks out, cocks out, homeboy. And this. Crack. Oh, so this dude jumps at me and I use all my crack strength. I'm like, right, and I just went, boom, and I punched that dude and I ran for what felt like days. 20 feet to my apartment. I never smoked crack again. What a great keep kids off drugs campaign that'd be, huh? You see that commercial? Bobby's popping Vicodins. His parents come in. Bobby, are you doing drugs? You know what happens when you do drugs, right? A robot tries to suck your dick. I'm Blowbot, the crack-sucking robot. You guys got really quiet on that one.